We are still in Nong Khiaw, and if you haven't seen the previous video just yet, we're going to link it up above, so make sure you go check it out. But today, come along with us for another hike here, and if you're thinking of doing some hikes here in Nong Khiaw, make sure to watch this till the end so you don't make the same mistakes that we made on our adventures so far. As always, we appreciate you liking this video and consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't done so yet, and let's get on with this video.
A beautiful day today. As you can see, the sun is out, it's warm, it's not as cloudy as yesterday, and we're very excited because today is our last day. It's bittersweet, it's our last day, but we're also doing a hike today. Once again, we're going to be doing going up to a viewpoint called Sleeping Lady, and if you look behind us, that's where we were yesterday. Actually, where is it? Way up there, yeah, right there. So we were there yesterday, and that one took about, what, 15 minutes? And on Google Maps, it's the same thing. Everyone's saying it's gonna take 30 minutes or so, but we think it's gonna be less than that. But to get there, it's gonna be half an hour. I think going there from where we are is probably gonna take longer than to actually get up to this viewpoint. But today is our last day, so we're gonna do this hike. And originally we wanted to do the other viewpoint, but I think we might not do it. I don't know. But that is the plan right now. We're gonna head up there. But before we get going, you already know what to do. Give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so yet. And let's get this day going. Yesterday, I did say that there's about 2 ATMs in the area. This is the second one. So that's actually good to know. If one fails, then the other one you could go to take out some cash. But if both fails, then it is what it is. Okay. Yeah, exactly. It's funny, so it's like on two ends of the bridges, of the bridge, yeah. Because the one is before the bridge, coming from where we're staying, yeah. And the other one is, yeah, it's just on the other side, which is just over there. That's good to know, because we tried searching for ATMs. Yeah. Around the area, and that one is not even tagged yet, so I think it's fairly new. Yeah. But yeah, it's the only one that's tagged. But yeah, that's good to know.
We made it to the starting point, and we believe that there's an admission fee, so we will see how much is it. According to the reviews, it's like 30 kip, 30,000 kip, I mean. So.
Okay. Where? Up there? He's saying there's a ticket anyway. 30,000, so that's about $2 for the entry. Copyrigh. Okay, so this is the trailhead. Is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah. And we are now starting. But yeah, on the thing it says 15 minutes to get to the first viewpoint, and then 1 hour to get to the main one. But we'll see how we feel. It seems like they're building a lot of stuff where people could camp up as well. Yeah, and I mean, you would have seen the ticketing office. Very official, by the way. But I'm gonna put my camera down because, yeah, it's fairly steep.
So far, it's a very rocky incline. Quite adventurous, I must say. Whew. Definitely gives you the workout. So this is going up to 2 viewpoints. So the first viewpoint is the Sleeping Lady, and the second one is a further one. It's, I think, over 50 minutes long from up here, and I believe it's with the exact same type of trail, but we're doing good. We're doing amazing. This is definitely one of the few challenging hikes. I mean, it's not too bad, but if you're not properly fit for this, then I would not recommend you do this, just because there's a lot of rocks and it is pretty steep. But we're nearly there, so we'll make it.
Damn right we will.
But I think we're here. think I think we made it. Yay!
That
Okay.
was what, 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Whoa. Can't wait to see what the view looks like. Whee.
Ooh, 15 minutes later, look at this. We have made it to the top. Holy, it looks beautiful here. Look at this view. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Also, another thing, there's this platform that we're on, right? And it's very shady. It actually feels like it's gonna break.
Tell me about
Right?
this.
Like it's very, yeah, I don't know. And it looks like they've also built other stuff that failed. They tried building a staircase over there. I mean, it looks like it failed as well, but it's very shady. So I think when you do come up here, you got to be very, very careful because it feels this platform feels very, very fragile.
It does.
Yeah.
It really does. I keep looking down like just to make sure nothing is
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a bad fall, to be fair, because there's something underneath, but it's still sharp, jagged edge rocks like these, you know? So it's, yeah.
We are now also debating whether we should continue to go up because, like I mentioned earlier, this trail leads to multiple different trails. Well, one more, I think, which is the highest. So we're thinking if we'll go to that one or not, just because we completed this half like so fast. Like we got it done in less than 15 minutes, which is really, really good considering it was like very rocky to come up here. So we're just gonna soak this view in and then we will decide if we will continue to go up or if we're gonna go down, because the plan was to originally to come here, then go down, but now since the day and the weather is just so pretty, we're not sure yet.
So this is where we decide whether or not we should go up, because over here is the Sleeping Lady, or yeah, what is it? Sleeping Woman Mountain, Sleeping Lady viewpoint, let's just say it.
Yeah.
And then this way is towards Nong Khiaw viewpoint. How are we feeling?
I guess we gotta do it.
There's no turning back now. So it's gonna be 40 minutes away from here to the top. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't because I'm vlogging. You can't see that sign, obviously, but I'll show you. I'll show you in a little bit, but it says we're 15 minutes away from the top. And so far the trail is very rocky. I can see how challenging this can be when it's raining or it's rained for the past days or weeks and it's just muddy because it's going to be really, really slippery. And this is what the trail looks like. It's very rocky, as you can see. And then they also somewhat built or have this cable along the branch or the tree, sorry, for you to hang on if it's raining and muddy, so you have something to grab onto. They've also built little, I don't know if it's going to be here, but sometimes they have mini ladders that's made of wood that you could get up to for a little bit harder to climb rocks or steps. But this is what the sign looks like. It says it's 15 minutes away, and yeah, we are that close. I am glad we decided to do this one just because we're already here. It's not like we're gonna come back again. Yeah. Or maybe we will, but you know, we already paid for it. And the mistake that we did yesterday was just the lack of research, and it's also very confusing at the trailhead. They don't tell you. English is still very minimal here. I mean, makes sense. I mean, it's not that developed just yet, and I mean, why, you know, in a touristy place, you know, English is spoken fairly well all across the other Asian countries, but here it's still not as developed just yet. And but it feels nice though, because it feels like you're going back into time, which is nice, right? But yeah, the mistake we did yesterday was just asking if there's another viewpoint. We didn't know that one trail leads to another viewpoint, and it's the same thing for this one. At least we knew we did more of an extensive research, so to speak. So I think there was also the lack of research there and the lack of asking questions. Let me catch my breath, or let us catch our breath. But we are 15 minutes away. Overall, it's been an amazing trail, fairly quiet. We are also doing this, in the morning. So it's not that crowded just yet, but I think if you are gonna do this, as I always say, always do trails or viewpoints or any other sites first thing in the morning to avoid, the crowd and whatnot. And also it's just much cooler in the morning as opposed to midday. So that's another plus to it. But yeah, we are 15 minutes away from the top. 30 minutes later, we have made it to the top. Well, actually that's the top right there, but we're really close. But we're just getting a glimpse of the view from up here. And as you can see, we're much closer to the bridge as opposed to the other one. Obviously much higher, but the view is breathtaking. But we're gonna head up there and see, because I also see the Lao flag over in that area. Okay, so we are literally at the top, and when I got here I was hanging on to dear life onto that rock. I don't know if you can see up on that rock, and actually I'm gonna try and insert the clip here from while RJ was vlogging, because okay, this doesn't look like the safest, but it is safe for Asian standards. For now, but I'm sure after a few years they're gonna repair this. There's two other people here, and like we were kind of messing around and saying that after a few years there's gonna be hearts and swings and everything around here, like make it very touristy and stupid. But the view from up here is crazy. Like you have the view from everywhere. I'm at loss of words. It's just, look at this. Can see everything. I'm so glad we decided to do this hike instead of the other one, just because here you can really see everything. This is such a worth it. This hike is so worth it. It's really, really nice. I'll show you more of the view. So this is what you're hiking for. Very pretty. Even got the flag right there. So this is the platform situation here. As you can see, this one I think is sturdier than the other one. I mean, it holds, and this one is just a straight drop. And then there's that metal platform, which is also a little bit sturdier. But when you get on it, it feels like you're actually floating. Look at this. It's just on maybe, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 6, maybe 9 or 12 pillars maybe, but it really feels like you're floating because it's just a straight drop and it's resting on that jagged edge rock. But it is so beautiful, and the top is, I mean, you saw the top from the beginning. But yeah, we're gonna spend a few minutes here, and then we're most likely just gonna head down, go into town, get some food, and then we have to book our shuttle tomorrow, so we want to go to Vang Vieng next, right? And there's multiple ways of doing it. One, we can head straight to Vang Vieng, but the shuttle I think it'll take like 11 or 12 hours, which is really, really insane because we don't want to do that. That just like half a day on a van is going to be very, very uncomfortable. The second option is to go back to Luang Prabang and then take advantage of the new high-speed train that they just built a few years ago, I believe. So to Luang Prabang, it's about 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours. And then from there, taking the train to Vang Vieng, it's going to be 1 hour. So I think we're going to go with that option again. But I think this time we're going to go much earlier as opposed to last time, so we don't get to our destination late. And also, I checked out the tickets to Vang Vieng from Luang Prabang. That high-speed train looks like it leaves every few hours or so. There's different time slots, and I think just to be safe, we're gonna pick the later one. I think 5 or 6 in the evening or something, just to be safe. Even though if we leave her at 8:30, technically we should be in Vang Vieng by noon, but we want to give that window because also, you know, coming here, the roads are not as developed just as yet. I mean, mostly everything is paved, but there are some spots where it's just like really bumpy. There's trucks in front of you, which could really, really slow down the time. So that is the game plan right now, but we're going to soak this in for one last time. But this viewpoint is just, it's just unbelievable. It is so stunning. So there's a sign that says that you must be tired. That even makes sense. Slightly mocking the hikers on this trail. On the other one, the other trail that we did yesterday, motivational stuff. Don't give up or something was one of them. And this one is just straight mockery. You must be, that you must, I don't even know if that makes sense. That you must be tired. So it's been decided. Jasmina is gonna stay here.
Huh? No.
But good job for finishing the hike. That was amazing. Look at Jasmina's hands also.
Okay, first off.
Compared to my hands.
I use my hands when I do these types of things.
Okay.
It's a good workout and I don't know.
She likes to crawl up and down, I guess. Let's put our hands together.
It was much worse up there.
It was actually much worse. She had cleaned it, but okay, I guess we're gonna take a little break. And then this should be our thumbnail actually. Nong Khiaw hike. I'm gonna let Jasmina take a break and then we'll head into town. But overall, great hike. We just finished the hike and what an amazing hike. If you are gonna do this hike, or if you're gonna do, in fact, if you're gonna do any hikes here in Nong Khiaw, and depending on when you're watching this video, make sure you do your research because certain trailheads can either have 1, 2, or 3 viewpoints. So don't make the mistake that we did yesterday, not knowing if there's another viewpoint after the first one. So make sure you do your research. I'm sure over time there's going to be more and more people that's going to be talking about the trails and the viewpoints here. It's going to be easy to understand. You know what I mean? It's going to be more easily and readily available, and people are just going to be talking about it much more. But if you're just watching this right now, make sure you do your research and, you know, go on Google Maps, go on other vlogs, and just see, because there could be 2 viewpoints for 1 entry. So make sure you do that. Don't make the same mistake that we did yesterday. But overall, this hike, the Nong Khiaw. Nong Khiaw, I'm just hungry at this point. The Nong Khiaw viewpoint and the Sleeping Lady viewpoint was just amazing. It's together, and apparently there's another viewpoint. We just met a bunch of people up there and they were talking about this other viewpoint which goes to another, which goes to the right or so, I don't know. Nonetheless, that's not available at the moment, but the owner of the area or whatever is building a proper trail so that it will be readily available for tourists to access. And so that means this trailhead alone is going to have 3 viewpoints. So if you are going to do any hikes here, make sure you do your research and know how many viewpoints there are. Don't pull a RJ and Jasmina like yesterday, not knowing there was another viewpoint. Because if I knew there was another viewpoint yesterday, I would have gone, I think.
Yeah.
Or we would have been more prepared, I think. Yeah. But nonetheless, and also if it is rainy season, right, depending on the time of the day, I just don't know what I'm saying at this point. The time of the year that you're visiting Lao or Nong Khiaw, depending on the time of year, if it is raining and muddy season, you can't get away with these, right? We were runners, and that was fine. Mine had grip, just Mina's shoes actually didn't have grip, so she was kind of more careful going up and down.
I think down was like more tricky for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit dusty, but if it is raining, then you definitely need proper trekking shoes. You gotta have them boots because yeah, it's gonna be slippery and muddy up there. But the views are worth it. It is so amazing. And currently, at the time of making this video, the entrance fee for both viewpoints, maybe potentially 3 viewpoints, is 30,000 kip, which is roughly around $2. And so yeah, just enjoy the views, be safe, and oh yeah, bring sunscreen, and do bring layers as well. As you can see, we're now wearing hoodies. At the top, obviously when we were hiking, it was warm, it was hot, so we took off our hoodies. But down here, it's a bit more chilly, which is weird, a bit more cooler. It's still hot, but it's a bit cooler.
Yeah.
So just bring layers, I mean, so you could take it off and add on stuff when you get up, whether you're feeling cold or warm. And then the other thing, the basics, the essentials, water and sunscreen. That's definitely a must.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now, we're gonna, oh wait. How would you rate this viewpoint out of 10?
Oh, the
10 being the
viewpoint?
best, yeah.
Oh.
First the sleeping lady viewpoint.
Sleeping lady. Okay, sleeping lady, I would say it's 8.5.
Yeah.
8.5. And then the next one, I'd say a 10 out of 10.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It is actually nothing like it. Like, it's just stunning up there.
Yeah, it
and
is.
I agree. I think with the sleeping lady, I'll give it a 7. And then at the top, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It's just very, very beautiful. You have sleeping lady was nice. You got this view of this behind the camera. And then at the top is just panoramic views.
Yeah.
Of Nong Khiaw. It is stunning.
It is.
Also, one more thing, right? You can see they're starting to build more buildings here. I don't know if that's going to be a hotel, a resort, a restaurant. I don't know, but it's a common thing around the village. People are just building stuff, the constant build, because they know tourism is going to be picking up here fairly soon. So yeah, it's better to go here now while it's still not as touristy. I mean, there's pros and cons to it, obviously. I mean, if you come here now, it's not that developed yet. You get to experience the raw and authentic side of things. And then when it is touristy, so to speak, when there's more buildings and establishments, then it's more cozy, it's more comfort, and it's more, what do you call this? Things are easier to access, such as information. There's just more development. Okay, more development, information, knowing how many viewpoints are up here. The information, just because the amount of people that have done it is just going to be a lot. It's been quite a bit, so it's going to be more developed, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings about when to visit a site. I feel like there's definitely pros and cons to visiting it when it's not as developed yet, and there's pros and cons, obviously, when it's too developed. You know what I mean? But as of now, you can see they're building a lot of stuff. There's a lot of construction here, and you know they're getting ready for tourism to pick up in the area. I don't know if you can see that. The shining thing over there, that platform, that's where we were, essentially.
Yeah.
And we're now down here. That is actually pretty cool to think we went up all the way up over there. That is insane.
We're pretty much at the peak of this mountain.
We were. Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we're at the peak of
We're
that
definitely the peak, at the peak of that mountain.
Oh, yeah.
That is pretty cool. Do a toast for finishing the hike. Amazing hike. We're back at the place where we had breakfast. I had this earlier as well. This is called the Nova Scotia. It's got tuna, eggs, bacon, cheese, ketchup, and mayonnaise. And it's just really, really good. It's packed with protein, which is amazing. And Jasmina this time got, what'd you get?
I got the, well, obviously there's fruit and yogurt.
It's fruit and yogurts. Very healthy choice, but we went here for breakfast and now we're just having some lunch, a little late lunch. And we also got our our ticket to Luang Prabang, and originally, we went to this other tour agency, and there was this guy. I asked him, I didn't tell him that I took a photo or knew the price of the shuttle to Luang Prabang, right?
Yeah.
So I took a photo of it yesterday. It's here on my phone. I know how much it is and I know how long it takes. And then I asked him, how much is it to go to Luang Prabang? And then he tried ripping us off. He said 190,000 kip. When you look here, it says 160,000 kip. So this is another thing why you should do your research when you're traveling, or asking different tour agencies how much a specific something is. And this doesn't just go for shuttle services. This goes for tours, for anything at all. It's good to just browse around, know the prices, because you can get ripped off. It is what it is. It's part of the tour. It's part of traveling. It's part of the tourism industry, getting scammed. And I think he just wanted to make a quick buck off us, a quick loony, so to speak. But as soon as he said that, as soon as he said that, I just walked away. I didn't even say anything because I knew how much it was, and he didn't know that I knew how much it was. And then we went to this other agency. Luckily, he was just fairly straight up. He's like, here's how much it is. Same price as, the other agencies here. We went with that one. And so the idea is for tomorrow, we're going to be picked up 8:30, be taken to the bus station. And then we also asked him, is it going to be a mixture of locals and tourists? And then he's like, yeah, it's going to be a mixture of that. But the shuttle van actually starts from here in Nong Khiaw. So we're assuming it's going to be mostly tourists as opposed to locals. Yeah. And then I think along the way, we're just going to be picking up locals. But for now, we are going to enjoy this late lunch to celebrate our little hiking accomplishment.
That actually looks so good.
Yeah, it is freaking amazing.
He
seriously.
offered me some, obviously, but
she didn't want to.
It's just like me and tuna. I can't have in certain combinations.
So good.
I'm picky like that.
Actually, before we end this vlog, so I wanted to keep my things charging, right? And it's one of those, our room is one of those, you have to keep a card in the slot for the electricity to be on. And obviously we needed the key. We didn't want to leave it here in the room or leave the door open. So here's a little travel hack for you. If you have a card or something, I'm going to block the numbers, but you can just leave it there in the slot to keep the electricity on. And then you can take the keys with you, lock your doors, and keep the electronics, whatever you want to charging. But I'm going to end the video here. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. And if you did, you already know what to do. Give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so yet. And we'll see you tomorrow going to Vanguard.